So as you see here, you can change your Autobat or your Decepticon chassis. Here I choose between the runner, who has kind of a shield on his forearm, or the speedster, who's got little tires on his arms. Pretty cool. And then, kind of like Halo, you choose your primary color and your secondary color, and you don't just have to pick these little squares. You can, let me see here, you can pick the individual whatever. And you pick your secondary color. You know, so you come up with any sort of combination you want. You don't have to use the set colors, which I think for the Decepticon is always purple-black, and for the Autobot it's always like gray-red is what you start with. So, you know, if you have this game, feel free to, you know, play around with it. So here the Decepticon also gets 2 bodies. And I don't know if you noticed this, but at the bottom it says, if you complete the Autobot campaign, you can unlock a new chassis. I'm guessing the new chassis looks like Bumblebee or something. I'm not sure. I'm just sort of guessing on that one, but it's probably something cool. And here you can see what your car form looks like. Even the car form will look different. See, that's Speedster. This is Runner. See, they look slightly different. Okay. And then class profile and kill streaks. You see each class has a different melee weapon. Scout has an energon sword and the EMP grenade. You don't really need to worry about the different kind of melee weapons. They all do about the same damage anyways. And then it shows you the kill streaks. For getting 3 kills, you will get an orbital beacon, which shows all the enemies as red triangles. This, like a lot of other kill streaks that affect all your enemies, will run out as soon as one of the enemies dies. He will not respawn with a red triangle. It's only for that life. At the same time, if one of the enemies is just respawning or waiting to respawn while you call in an orbital beacon, he will spawn without a red triangle. It's the same thing for the soldier's 5th kill streak and other stuff similar to that. I don't know why they did it like that, but I guess it kind of balances the kill streaks a little bit, maybe. And 5 kill streaks, he gets Energon Recharger, making health constantly regenerate for a brief time. I'm not sure if this is for your whole team, maybe just for you. I don't know, it's pretty cool. It lasts about 30 seconds though, so use it wisely. And then for 7 kills, you get Orbital Beacon, which causes a level-wide EMP blast, stunning all your enemies and tagging them all with marked targets. Now, that's pretty damn cool. Though most of the time, it's just going to get you a lot of assists and give your teammates the kills. So when I suggest using this is if you're in a closed spot, tight situation where 3 guys team on you, back you up into a corner, and you can easily stun them all and then destroy them. Or if you're about to flank the entire enemy team at once, just use it. They'll all be freaking out. Pick yourself up some easy kills. Alright, moving on over to Scientist. He gets the Neutron Assault Rifle, which is a very versatile weapon. It's good at almost all ranges, well, decent at least. He gets the Photon Burst Rifle, which is probably my favorite gun in the game. It has a long-range scope. It's a semi-automatic burst rifle, similar to the FAMAS and the M16 in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And it's also good at hip fire, surprisingly, but there's a lot of recoil, so you have to really get used to it to be able to use it without the scope. And then there's the EMP shotgun, one of the 2 shotguns in the game. This one's semi-automatic. It's not full auto like the other one. And it kind of works like a double barrel shotgun. You only get 2 shots with it, but it's got a lot of damage, so you gotta be careful with it. And you see your Energon Repair Ray. That is the medic healing gun. What you do with this is you point at your teammates and you can heal them back to full health. Also, if you hit an enemy with it, it does damage. It does almost as much damage as the assault rifle, but still it has to reload a lot and loses ammo pretty fast, so you're going to want to be careful with it. Onto abilities, Shockwave pushes enemies back and causes damage. Not much to say about that. Drain siphons health from enemies. I honestly think Drain is like one of the most worthless abilities ever. It's gotten me killed a million times. You have to be within 5 feet of somebody to drain health from them, and the rate at which you drain health is so ridiculously low. And if they just melee attack you once, you're basically dead. Shock is so much better because it pushes them away from you and lets you escape or shoot at them, whatever. Then you get Spawn Sentry. You can change what kind of sentry you spawn depending on whatever upgrades you take. But the basic sentry is just sort of this ball floating in midair that shoots, has this little turret that shoots at enemies on sight. You can also see cloaked characters, which is pretty cool. And then the fourth ability the scientist has is Disguise, which makes your name appear as blue. If you get shot, you go back to appearing as a red name, but there's an ability that makes that it stays blue and you stay in disguise forever. Your disguise, much like Cloak, will end as soon as you attack somebody though, so be careful. And on to the abilities. Energon Storm increases shockwave damage. A lot of upgrades like this in the game. Then Energy Cell boosts repair rate, output range. So right now your health gun has a range of 1 out of 10. This boosts it, I think, to 2. Rocket Sentry, so your sentry gun now shoots rockets, so making it slightly better. Repair Sentry, so it shoots health at people, helps heal them. Friendly Fire increases damage after losing your disguise, so it's kind of like surprise attack for the scout. Repulsion Amplifier increases the radius of Shockwave. I can see this being pretty awesome because, well, Shockwave does a decent amount of damage, I guess, and the best part about Shockwave is you can push people off platforms and make them fall to their death, and you get the kill, so something to think about. Now on to defensive upgrades. Battle Medic, take reduced damage when healing teammates with a repair ray. Well, you know, you're going to want to avoid the enemy's line of sight when you're repairing anyways, so you're gonna, I don't see much use for that. Sentry Armor, pretty good, I guess. Increase the sentry's armor. Master Disguise, this one is pretty obvious for people who want to be the robot in disguise type scientist. This is what I was talking about. Your disguise remains active even after you've been shot. Energon Optimization increases healing rate of repair ray. That's kind of cool, I guess, if you're the medic type of scientist. Leech increases heal rate of drain ability. I haven't tried Leech yet. I haven't unlocked it, but drain as it is now is just so ridiculously worthless without it, so I guess it's worth a try to see if it's any good. Sentry Power Core increases sentry power. I'm not sure what they mean by that, but the sentry gun will slowly lose health over time, so I think what this does is it makes it so it lasts longer. Well, at least that's what I assume, because there's a cross on top of the sentry gun in the pictures, so I guess it's a good guess. And then here, as you see, general upgrades. You've seen these before. Weapon Stabilizer. Sanctuary increases the radius of the healing grenade, which is a grenade that increases it, that creates a 5-second aura of healing. Everybody steps in and gets healed. Blaster Amplifier, carry 2 extra ammo, yada yada yada. It decreases health regeneration delay. Carry an extra grenade and reduces ability to recharge time. Everybody gets the same thing. Okay, kill streaks. Third kill streak, Health Matrix. Teammates receive health for every kill, so remember, you don't get health automatically. You have to actually get kills to get healed. This works a lot like the Scouts. What's it called? The Scouts perk there, the same name, Health Matrix. And then on your 5th kill streak, you give everybody on your team and yourself an Overshield, which is exactly like the Overshield power-up, which puts an extra bit of health over your current health. This is a very powerful kill streak. The Scout, of course, has possibly the best kill streaks in the game to make up for the fact that he's such a hard character to use. And the most powerful kill streak in the game, the Nucleon Shock Cannon, which I call the Tactical Nuke Arm. Basically, you get a rocket turret, but it's like connected to your arm, and it shoots these giant blasts of gamma radiation that just blow up anything it touches. What you're going to want to do when you get this is die immediately afterwards, and then as soon as you spawn, switch to it. There's no time limit on it. It goes by the amount of rounds you have, And just by using this, you'll be able to build yourself a brand new kill streak and get yourself another nucleon shot cannon. Something you need to know about kill streaks in this game is kills obtained by kill streaks in another life will build to new kill streaks. And it's kind of broken, but it makes up for the scientist being such a wonky character to use. And on to the next one.